So have you lived in Charlotte?
Huh?
Oh, you live in Charlotte
Yeah,
now?
I see your sister sometimes when I go out. Probably like 2 times.
Oh, so how long have you been there, and how do you feel about it?
I'm tired. So I've been here for like over 2 years, a little over 2 years now. And I think that Charlotte is an incredibly beautiful city, very green. The air alone, it's incredibly beautiful, very green. I think it's so, if you have a partner in Charlotte, I feel like it's a dream. If you have a partner, living in Charlotte just feels like a dream. I don't know. Also, I work remotely, so let's just put that into consideration, right? I don't know if I would be able to do it if I had to go into an office. I'll probably not. I don't know. But from someone who works remotely, I think I love that it rains here a lot. I don't know. I just think it's such a beautiful city. And if you have a partner, there are enough things to do that if you don't, and you can get distracted with your partner. That's how I see it, right? But if you're like me and your blood is giddy giddy a little bit and you like to explore things, you will explore in 5 seconds and then you will now sit down and you start looking. Then the city will be looking at you, you'll be looking at it. So I don't, and if you're single and you're Black or African and you have a certain taste, so to speak, and you're not necessarily too open to, then I think I would only advise my enemy to do Charlotte if they're single. I'd be like, oh my God, yes.
Yeah, I think Charlotte would be good for like young couples. Like they didn't have kids yet, like young couples. Like my friend Dee would DM me, and I'm gonna call her. She's like, Nnena, I'm moving to Charlotte. I'm gonna be working in Concord, and she just got married. I'm like, oh my gosh! I feel like Charlotte would be such a cute city for like young married people.
Yeah.
Before they start having children, like explore, go to the mountains, go to the beach, go to Outer Banks, go to
Asheville.
Yeah, like go to Asheville, go like just explore the Carolinas, go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
But I feel you because that's the issue I'm having. I feel like in Charlotte because I be trying to be in denial because people are like, Nnena, you only want a Nigerian man. I'm like,
I remember like you used to love this city.
No, but I still like Charlotte though. No, but don't get me wrong, I still like Charlotte. I actually really do still like Charlotte, but I realize sometimes the things I want are just not here.
Yeah,
and it is what it is. Like it's the reality. I like Charlotte. I really do like it. I feel like it suits my person. Like you say, your blood is giddy giddy. My blood is not giddy giddy. You know what I'm saying? Ngozi's blood is giddy giddy. That's why she's in Houston. You know what I mean? Like for me, like I feel like it's the perfect balance of not super boring but not super lit. Like right now, we get off this live right now, and I can find somewhere to go in Charlotte. Even
I can't because I do a lot of things on my own. That means like I have to hype myself also because it's not like New York or somewhere that if I go out, but first of all, my tribe is there, right? So it's different. So I'm hardly going out myself in New York, right? But here, if I say, okay, I'm going to go out or whatever, I'm not necessarily meeting people who are open to talking and explorative. Like
I brought that point up about Houston. I brought that point up about living in Houston. It's funny you're making that point because I said it like every city, people are not as friendly everywhere. So people have this idea that like anywhere you go, you're in the South, people are so friendly. That's not true.
Not in
like,
Charlotte.
I enter the elevator with my neighbors. They look at me. I say hi. They don't reply. Like they don't
you're with people who are from New York in your I will guarantee you the people inside your apartment are probably from New York. That's why they don't answer.
Like they're also from New York. I think when people say about community, right? And I feel like no matter where you are too, that's a good point you're making is that you can go out by yourself, but it's only to so much you're going to do by yourself that's going to be fun. That's just the reality. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's a very different experience.
Yeah, I go out a lot on my own, and because I don't have too many friends here, right? And the people who my tribe, so to speak, which is very, very little, they're not interested in a lot of the things that I'm interested in, right? So if I want to go dancing, which I love going dancing, I don't mind that, because at least I know that I go where the DJs are. I like the DJs. I dance for my DJ. I don't care, and I'm very happy. And then I go home. But like, if you're going to eat, if I'm going to do other things, um, going to parks, going to just doing, I do a lot of things on my own. So at some point, it's just like, if you're going and the people themselves there aren't like you in some capacity, are not curious to meet other people, and especially also one thing that people need to be very to really understand, if you're like from a very big city coming here, is that the culture also, there's a strong section culture, which does not allow people to mingle as much. I'm just going to be honest. When you structure an environment, and that's something that I talk to the DJs that I like here, and they really get it, because it's true. If you want something that's highly enjoyable, that anybody from anywhere can just pop up to your area, you want to make sure you're curating your space in a manner that forces or allows people to mingle easily. If you don't look at the science of that, and you have sections, obviously people cannot mingle. If you don't, you have to come with the people who you know. It takes an extreme amount of effort, and it in essence doesn't even make sense, especially because in sectioned areas, very few people, and I'm talking the culture of Charlotte, for example, few people are sitting at the bar.
They don't even have bars at these clubs. They barely have a bar. The bar, you'll see a big club with a bar with 6 seats.
Exactly.
A big club, 6 seats is in your bar. I don't know why your club is empty every night.
And no one sitting at the bar. It would just be population, me, maybe, and one guy who sees me, I want to say good morning, and not buy you a drink, but want to talk your ear off, and you're like, no.
Yeah, you make a great point. I was going to, that section culture is really a mess here, and I feel like me and my friends and my cousins talk about it all the time, especially because we don't drink, right? So some people might feel like, oh, they're being bougie, or maybe it's more like, oh, that's not really it. It's like, you need to give me something else besides hookah and alcohol.
That is why the African spots for me are ideal, because they make a concerted effort to not do that, except maybe safari and whatnot. But still, even then, they make, for the most part, a lot of the African spots here, I feel, make a real effort to not create that type of like, you guys are in this corner, you're in that corner, so to speak. I don't know if it's just the music, maybe that's.
Are you sure? Because I feel like the African clubs do the section thing here too, even the words.
Safari does, yeah.
I thought they even do it worse. And you go to African clubs and you don't have a section. It's like you're broke, bitch, or you're waiting for someone to invite you to their section. It's intimidating. And like African clubs, like I can walk into the Union and just sit at the bar and just relax. I don't have eyes in my face. I don't have married men staring at me. I don't have like that African club. Sometimes they can be so. That's why I like places like. Have you tried Fume on Thursday? They started doing Afrobeat.
I've done on Thursday.
Yeah, they started doing Afrobeats on Thursday, and I feel like the vibe is more like if you like the crave vibe, you like the spice vibe, like you like more of a chill vibe. It was cool. It was cool.
I think that at some point, I'm just a suggestion. I know there's a girl on IG who does this, that every week or every weekend she talks about things to do in Charlotte, right? And I sometimes think, and I say, oh God, whenever you two actually do that, because you're speaking to a completely different demographic, I think, right? That's why I follow you guys, right? So if I were to get like, things to do in Charlotte every week or weekend, whatever, I will follow you guys, because like just in one live, every single live, you give tips on what to do. The last time I was in your live, you kept talking about this I forgot what it's called. Like they have desserts.
Crave.
What's it called? Crave. Mm-hmm. I didn't know about Crave until until I started watching you guys. So things like that. Union, I don't know about Union, right? And when
low key, I'll be outside. Like low key. It's low key.
Tips.
Because I know the vibe. Me and my friends actually think about starting something in Charlotte, because I know the vibe that's missing here. right? And I know what I'm looking for, but these club people won't listen because they just want to pop bottles. They just want to pop bottles and have empty clubs every weekend. You cannot. McDonald's is making millions off of burgers that are $7. Okay, Crave desserts are $13. Okay, places are making money, and I know it's not. It's easier said than done, but I think they issue a lot of black establishments and why they close down. So we're gonna have because this is a black-owned business, right? So I'm finally gonna edit out 2 vlogs, black-owned business in Charlotte. I really think the main reason why a lot of black-owned businesses fail, besides them not having the structure and not having the history that no one is passing down information like other cultures. I think black-owned businesses, including Africans, focus too much on section culture and alcohol.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
They focus too much
caring about that. We used to just care about dance.
They focus too much on alcohol, and they're targeting 1% of the population who can afford that. In these times with the recession and this economy, I know so many guys, because they don't have money, they just don't go out no more.
Okay, that's what I wanted to come up here and confirm with you guys. Like, the reason why I say I'll only send my enemy to Charlotte to come on dates, right? I'll be like, oh my God, you single girl? Yeah, go to Charlotte. It's gonna be great. No, you're gonna be celibate if you have standards. Now, if you don't have any standard, you will never be celibate in this life. Your life will just be enjoyment, consistent enjoyment, right? So I love it for if you don't have any standards. If you have okay, the standard that I have for myself and that a lot of people my age have for themselves, then this is not going to be it, because again, the male to female energy ratio is so imbalanced, right? You would always see in any kind of event, there are not a lot of upskill event that I've seen, but maybe I'm thinking maybe I just don't know about them. Maybe someone does and I'm not hip to it. But it doesn't matter what the event is, if it's a little bit upscale, not upscale, whatever, like all together, women will always be out. They will always show out. They will always be there. They will be colorful. They will be vibrant. They will bring the best energy, right? Now, if you think that you find men in these, I don't know, maybe in the spaces that you just won't. So they're either married or they are going with their partners, or they just don't. I personally think they don't have money.
That's the key with Charlotte men. They don't have money. But even the African guys, Nigerian guys don't have money. So Atlanta is totally different. And again, let's be fair. These major cities also have a lot of scammers. Let's be fair. Like a lot of men in those cities, they're scamming, right? So they can throw money on women. They can buy those sections every weekend. They can give a woman money to go buy her a paper bag because they're not working hard for the money. Charlotte's rent is expensive. Then everything they tax. They tax on your car, they tax on your clothes, they tax on your shoes, and then the salaries are low.
The salaries are low. Yeah.